Hey, what's up, everybody? We've got a great one for you today because we are going to be looking for the best oversold stocks to buy in December 2021. Wow, that was a lot to say, but there is so much going on with markets. And look, if you're following stocks, you're like, what in the world's going on? Things are going down. I don't understand. Well, if you look at data, you can start to see a picture very plainly. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to look at the overall market landscape together, make sense of what's going on. And then we're going to look at 5 awesome stocks that are under pressure. And that just means opportunity. Hey, I'm Luke Downey. I'm co-founder of Map Signals. We don't follow the news. We follow the big money. That can often alert you to the best stocks out there. So look, if you like this type of content, super unique, make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need some love. Send it our way. We will continue to make better and better videos. So what is going on in the market, right? You've got the Fed's talking about tapering. You've got interest rates are about to go up. You've got inflation's going up. I mean, all this stuff is like really a lot to digest. And I can't really keep track of what's going on a day-to-day basis with headlines. But what I can keep track of is what the data is doing. And so let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And we are going to look at what a potential oversold market looks like from the viewpoint of data. So what we're looking at here is the big money index. And guys, if you don't know what the big money index is, it's very simple. If big money is going into stocks, you'll start to see this line, this blue line, start to go up. If big money is coming out of stocks, you'll start to see this blue line start to fall. Okay, it's very simple. Supply and demand. That is how the stock market works. Now, what has happened the last basically few weeks since the last time I filmed a video? The BMI has been falling like a rock, okay? And it's been very correlated to small caps recently, right? So that's the IWM right here. That ETF has literally just pulled back massively. And so if you look under the surface, you know that there is something going on. There's just a lot of selling. And you see this green line right here? That is the oversold threshold, which quite honestly, we haven't been there since the pandemic lows. But generally, when we get to this level, holy moly, rocket ship time for stocks, okay? So that is what I'm gonna be keeping my eye on, because even though the BMI is lower than where it has been since the pandemic, there is the potential that we could go oversold. Now again, if you're long-term, that is a great buying opportunity. But let's just look under the surface of why the BMI is falling so hard. And you can clearly see, look at the rate of selling, right? Selling overtook buying in a huge way. And those are the signals that are under the hood of the big money index. And that tells you stuff is not good, right? And we've known this for a number of weeks, right? So like all these headlines that are hitting your phone right now, the data has been showing that there has been massive pain. But here's the deal. When there's pain, there is the potential for big gains. And so that is why we're going to be looking for some of the best oversold stocks. So let's go ahead and get to the first one. Do a little magic here. Share my screen. And our first oversold stock is none other than Digital Turbine, right? The ticker is APPS. Full disclosure, I own this one in personal and managed accounts. If you don't know who Digital Turbine is, it's like, do you have a smartphone? Did it come with a bunch of apps? Well, most likely Digital Turbine is behind some of that technology. And look, this is a big money chart. So we're looking at big money going into the shares and also big money coming out of the shares. So on a one-year basis, this stock has been incredibly volatile. And in fact, you can see that it's getting near these oversold points, right? Every time historically, when it gets to these big sell signals, we tend to see a rally in the alley. Okay, so that's just the technical setup for this stock. But let's look under the hood even further and look at these big money signals that qualify how good a stock is. And that's these blue signals. So that tells us not only is the stock getting big money, this is a multi-year chart, by the way, but it also reflects a quality company with growing fundamentals, growing sales, growing earnings, all of that stuff that makes a great company. So I like to look long-term, before I'm trying to diagnose if I want to get involved with a stock. And Digital Turbine has a great fundamental story, but the stock has just been falling apart like a lot of other companies. So what do we do next? Well, let's go ahead and qualify the stock and look under the hood. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And real quickly, reminder, this is your long-term chart, right? And this is that technical chart that I showed you. But let's look at what we know about the stock, right? Under the hood. Well, it's a communications name. Share price is around 50 bucks. Look at this. It's a $5 billion market cap. I love stocks that are between $2 and $10 billion market cap. Those have the potential for double, triples, all that. But look at the 1 month return. It's down 24%, okay? So even though the BMI isn't oversold, I think APPS is probably getting near there. And it's a quality name because we can see that it's had these blue signals. Those are our top 20 signals 11 times, okay? That's beautiful. But look at this, the 3-year earnings growth, 183%. The 3-year revenue growth, that's 66%. That is how you find a winner, right? When you find quality companies like this and they're under pressure, those can be amazing opportunity, right? Santa rally, if it starts, I believe Digital Turbine has somewhere to be, and it's probably that direction. So that's number one. Let's go ahead and look at number two. So this one is none other than Celsius Holdings. Now, full disclosure, I own this one in managed accounts. Great company, you know, like who's Celsius Holdings? Well, they're an energy drink maker, right? And they're also like just growing like a weed, right? I've been seeing them in some of the grocery stores, but you know where I've really been seeing this stock? On our radar, because it has had a lot of big money going into the stock this year. But recently it's getting caught up, just like all stocks are getting caught up in this big sell-off. But why is it on my radar? Because this thing has the seeds of greatness. This is what I call the stairway to heaven. When you see a lot of those blue signals, that tells you all you need to know, that this is a quality company. And look, of course it's under pressure, and I know it might be scary, right? But that is when there's opportunity, right? So how do we know that this is a potentially really good stock? Well, gotta look under the hood. And so here we are, it's a staples company. Okay, the share price, 62 bucks, $63. The market cap, same, about $5 billion, small cap. For 1 month, it's down 19%. Oh my gosh. How many sell signals in that 1 month? 4. Top 20 signals over the past few years, 16. Now look, the 3-year revenue growth rate is 54%. Earnings growth, not that beautiful, but look, if they're still growing their revenues, I can forgive that, okay? This is a great company. This is one that I have been eyeing as it continues to go lower in this ugly tape. And look, once the market gets its groove back, this thing's probably got somewhere to be. You know where that is. It's up. Now we got to go and look at the number 3 stock. This one is going to have a little bit different of a flavor. It is formerly Facebook, but now it's called Meta Platforms, right? We all know this. Instagram, Facebook, you love all of that. They're also getting into the metaverse, right? That's why they changed their name. But this has been a huge big money magnet that has been under pressure recently, just like a lot of companies, right? You see all that red coming in? But let's look back to 2015. Holy moly. Look how many times the stock has been on our top 20 report. This is insane, right? Every time that Facebook has had these nasty pullbacks, the big money tends to find the company, right? That is exactly what I think is going to happen again when this market eventually turns itself around. The big money is going to go to where the quality is. So how do we know if Meta actually is a quality stock? Well, you tell me. So it's a technology stock. The share price is $334. The market cap's huge, $928 billion. In 1 month, it's down 4%. It's had 3 sell signals the past month, but my goodness, look how many top 20 signals. 79. More than 20, we call it an outlier. 79, I don't know what you call that other than juice. 3-year earnings growth rate, 27%. 3-year revenue growth rate, 28%. Wham, Bam, thank you, ma'am. Look, I'm waiting for that oversold bounce. I think money is going to gravitate to some of the best stocks out there, okay? But let's keep going. We got to go to our number 4 stock. This is none other than, I love this company right now, Upstart Holdings, right? This is a very, very cool name. Full disclosure, I own this one in managed accounts, right? And oh my gosh, this has been just a great story. They basically are doing AI lending for consumers, right? So if you need to go buy a car, maybe it's a home or a mortgage, something like that, Upstart is now changing the way they're trying to reinvent how people get loans and get credit, right? Not dealing with credit scores and all that type of stuff. But this has been a huge big money magnet until recently. And my, oh my, has this thing fallen hard. But why is it on my radar? Because this thing is a quality stock. It's got the stairway to heaven. Looks like one of the stairs actually broke, but that is opportunity. And man, when you see a company that is growing like Upstart is, let me share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. This is just big time. Okay, it's a financial stock. $145. This stock used to be a $400 stock, by the way, right? Market cap just under 12 billion, not too big. In 1 month, it's down 38%. That's 9 sell signals, right? When big money comes to sell, they will sell them hard sometimes. But it had 9 top 20 appearances. The stock's only been around for basically a year, and it's made the top 29 times. That's huge. But why would the big money be going to it? 3-year earnings growth, 18%, 3-year revenue growth rate, 60%. This could be a 10-bagger in the years to come. Believe me, this might be the seeds of greatness. I kid you not, I love this company. I know the stock price will give you an ulcer looking at it, holding it, but you know what? Sometimes opportunity shows up, not with bubblegum, but sometimes when there is a fire going on with stocks. So let's go ahead and get to our final stock. This one I own in personal accounts, held it for a number of years, and it is formerly known as Square. They just changed their name, just like Facebook, to Block, okay? Now look, if you don't know about Square, they're just all about small business, right? You go in, you wanna pay with a small business, you pay with a credit card, you put it into that like Square payment apparatus that they have. They also have the Cash App, which has been really great for like sending money, paying for things. It's been really, really cool. Big time growth story. And you can see the past year, it's been a volatile year for stocks, but we are seeing immense selling. You look at prior times we have these selling, that amount of selling, the stock tends to rally. But look under the hood, right? We go back to 2015, and why did I buy this stock years ago? Because it had the big qualifying signals. This stock has been just a monster, and it's been on sale. And look, I know it's scary, but look, when you look under the hood at what this company is doing in terms of the fundamentals, I mean, it's not going to take long for the ship to right itself once the market is out of the free fall mode. So let's quickly just look at this stock real quick. Again, it's a financials company. Share price is 170 bucks. Market cap, this is kind of like a big mid cap. It's about $79 billion. In 1 month, it's down 27%. And that's 10 sell signals, right? You want to know how stocks go down 27%? It is when the big money just comes plowing. It is not pretty. Top 20 signals though, that's those blue signals, 12 of those since 2015. 3-year earnings growth is basically flat, and the 3-year revenue growth rate is 65%. That is what I'm talking about, guys. Look, we are nearing oversold levels, but trust me, during the pandemic, we were saying the same thing. Stay in there, follow the big money. Eventually we will hit oversold, and stocks tend to bounce like fresh tennis balls, like a phoenix out of the ashes. So you guys hang in there, always look for quality, and always, always, always respect the big money. I'll see you next time.